No, that there should be some sexual favors.
Yes.
It will amount to sexual harassment.
Yes.
For women to qualify to act
Yes.
in the Gauteng division.
Yeah. No, there's no substance to that. And I bring it back to you to say, if you look at the number, I've not shared with the commission the number of acting women judges I've appointed, because it's many of them. If you look at that number and you look at the number of women judges who've actually been appointed, the suggestion is that I would have demanded sexual favors from them, for them to get the nod. I think it's an insult to me and to those women judges to spread a rumor of this nature. There is completely no substance whatsoever to that rumor.
Now, the last point, JP, I think it was raised by Commissioner Mpofu, but to an extent by Commissioner Madonsela. The issue of acquiring the LLB when you are already sitting a judge, but also it goes to an extent of then getting this permanently, which will deal with, maybe put differently. Maybe it can come in two approaches. One, that the LLB was acquired because you have a desire to improve your writing skills because you are challenged in writing judgment. And as a result, you bring white judges on the full bench to help you write judgments because when it comes to writing of judgment, there is a limitation. And this particular judge that get to be mentioned, I think she's the most preferred judge because she fills in that gap where there is a limitation when it comes to judgment writing.
Well, I don't understand how you link the LLB and writing judgments, because those two don't connect.
No, when you are sitting on the bench already,
yes,
you came to appreciate the limitation that you needed to improve your qualifications and skills, and part of which will be to engage in that particular program of acquiring the LLB. And then when they stretch it further is that, no, that did not help. That's why there's permanently a white person on the panel. And where you are, then there will be this other judge who helps as well with regard to writing. That's why I was interested in that question as to who wrote the judgment. Because I thought in your answering, then it was going to confirm that she's actually the one who writes the most of those judgments.
I've answered that question, that we allocate each other sections in the judgment, which one writes on which aspect. That's why they come out as full court judgments. But I think there's something factually out of place in that allegation that I realized that I had a shortcoming in writing judgments. I started studying for the LLB in 2015. I'd been a judge for many years. I'd been writing judgments all those years. And no one has ever said J.P. Mlambo has been writing suspect judgments in all those years. So it can never be correct, Commissioner Malema, that I decided to do the LLB because I wanted to improve my writing skills. It can never be correct. I'd been a judge for a very long time before I decided to finish my unfinished work of studying for the LLB. I hope you understand. You see my point. I've been writing judgments. Even in the SCA, I've been writing judgments. And in the LAC, I've been writing judgments.
No, I'm actually inspired by you going to write an LLB while a sitting judge.
Yes.
I'm just bringing these matters to you so that you can clarify them. But sitting judge writing an LLB should serve as an inspiration to many of us. So I make no issue with that. I'm just saying, following up on what they were saying.
Yes.
And these are issues related to those allegations.
Yes.
But perhaps it is for transformative purposes or whatever reason, I don't know. In your approach, because of constituting a full bench, do you always see a need to put a white person there.
Not
Because the
necessarily.
story is that you put in white people because you want them to write.
No. It's an unfortunate statement to make that I put in one, because it suggests that I think white judges are the only ones who are good and better at writing judgments. It's incorrect. It's incorrect.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you.